Christmas has not always been the celebration we know it as today, and in this video I'm going to have a look at just some of the origins of Christmas. So for most countries of the world, Christmas is celebrated in winter, and usually around the winter solstice, which is the longest and usually darkest night of the year. And so obviously is therefore seen in a lot of cultures as a turning point. The concept of bringing a tree inside is a pagan belief to try and keep the life essence of the world alive, basically. And it was just by pure coincidence that it was evergreen trees that were picked for this particular purpose, and they would be brought in and sort of looked after by people, and that's where we get the Christmas tree from. The elves and Santa and that, I know in the trivia I talked about how they were sort of based on brownies, which are a British mythological creature, and they're basically the elves from the Shoemaker and the Elves, but the celebration of Yule, which is a Germanic sort of Scandinavian pagan festival, celebrates this, and is often also tied to the Wild Hunt, which typically involves a ghostly or supernatural group of hunters passing in pursuit. And the Wikipedia page for the Wild Hunt actually says that the hunters may be elves, and it does actually have elves as a link to a page for them, and it takes us to just a basic page about elves. But it also says that the leader of the hunt is often a named figure associated with Odin, who did actually have a chariot pulled by an 8-legged horse, and then excluding Rudolph, there's 8 reindeer, so 1 for each leg, and then a guy with an older man with a beard that flies in his sleigh like a god would. Kind of hard to dispute that idea of Santa isn't based on Odin at all. And then obviously he's leading this like group of elves who have helped him make presents, and yeah, and obviously it's also on the coldest and darkest night of the year, which would be perfect for Santa to be able to sneak in and deliver gifts. And then the other big one that our modern sort of traditions are based on is Saturnalia, which is a ancient Roman celebration of their god Saturn, who is basically the Roman version of Kronos from Greek mythology, and who was seen as a agricultural god, so it's sort of a celebration of the harvest. But it does say here that the holiday was celebrated with a sacrifice, and then a public banquet, so Christmas lunch basically, followed by private gift giving, continual partying, and a carnival atmosphere that turns social norms on their head. So there's a couple of things there that come pretty much directly across the gift giving, the banquet, the general atmosphere of festivities, I guess. One of the sort of ancient philosophers interpreted the freedom associated with Saturnalia as symbolizing the freeing of souls into immortality. Something cool. And yeah. So Saturnalia runs from the 17th to the 23rd of December. The sort of Yuletide, the space that Yule is celebrated in, is usually between the 21st of December and the 1st of January. So the 25th sort of just sits outside of Saturnalia by 2 days, but is definitely well within the bounds of Yule. And obviously these are only two examples. There's a whole heap of other, like there's an Iranian celebration of like the longest and darkest night called Yalda, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do apologize if I'm not. Yeah, so like there's a whole heap of other festivals and stuff from different cultures that celebrate like the solstice or the harvest or like winter, and they usually all have something that has been appropriated into sort of the general Christmas traditions that we have today. And if you do want more sort of structured information, I guess, this video has sort of been a bit all over the place. I was actually inspired, I guess, to make this video from watching the Adam Ruins Everything episode that he did on Christmas, and ironically he only mentions Yule and Saturnalia as well, but to be fair, they are the two biggest ones. All the other ones are just sort of happen to fall on the same time and don't really have much that they bring to it, but that does have a little bit more information in it if you want to go and watch that as well. And yeah, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked that, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends as well. And if you want to see more content in between uploads, you can follow my Instagram at Ace of the Arts or my Tumblr at Stories Around a Campfire. And I will see you in the next video.